How's it hanging, Phil?
From the front time,
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror.
Annoying horror.
Yeah, annoying horror. Today, we're joined by two people that are not only friends, but huge influences on the channel. Over this way, we
also
got
very annoying.
That's why we brought them on for this one.
I didn't eat as much sugar today, okay?
How are you doing tonight, Dice?
I'm doing all right. It's cold out here. Getting little flakes from the sky. And also snow.
Yuck.
What part?
Sorry.
What part of New Mexico?
Yeah, very north New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Thank
That's
you.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I had
really
the fan
is.
on 2 days ago, and that's
I still do every day.
We sleep with the fan on.
Our
You
fan
guys
looks
are-
like Marv after he's been electrocuted in Home Alone 2. It's just black and dusty. It's cooked.
Yeah.
So down here we have CP of Wiliscredia. CP, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you? Speaking of dark, I had a minor charring incident in the kitchen, so it all comes back together.
It does.
Good to
Right.
be here. I can't wait to talk about annoying things because if I know anything, it's annoying.
It's annoying. So I do, from the bottom of my heart, want to say thank you to these two for joining us. And as promised, we have something very special to premiere tonight. But before we do, I want to give people a chance to roll in. I want to let everybody know I do have Dice and CP's links down in the description. So make sure that you guys are clicking those links. Make sure you're subscribing to their channels so you can become a part of those families as well.
And
Really quick, I also...
here, interactivity. Never mind
Yes.
us so much. Interact. You got to get this stuff spread. You don't realize how much a thumbs up really supports people.
It helps that YouTube algorithm more than anybody can possibly know. And as you guys know, also, we do have the Sledgehammer Horror merch store open. Now, we're not going to be those content creators that come out and just try to overly promote, like these shirts right here that Ashley and I are wearing. You can get them in the store right now. The Good Gays, you can get that in CP's store. So make sure you go check that out.
Mine's in the closet. I only got one. It is over there.
Right.
This
Wait,
is not
your
mine.
gay shirts in the closet, or
No, the gay is right here. The shirt closet.
Right. See, we know how it can be to over promote and how content
Yeah.
creators can become really annoying when they're over promoting their stuff, like our t-shirts or this coffee mug that you could get at the Sledgehammer Horror
I'm
store,
into that.
which is it's down in the description. I mean, there's just so many different things that content creators do that get really annoying.
It's so
when it comes to
annoying.
their merch.
just so
Um,
annoying.
It is, but like hats like this though, they do have those at the Sledgehammer Horror store. The link is down in the description, so if you guys want to check that out. Real quick, we're going to catch up on the comments real quick, and then we are going to show you. We promised we'd have something really cool to premiere tonight. We're going to show it at the beginning and in the middle and at the end of the stream, just because that's how excited we are, and we want to make sure everybody catches it. So Danielle is here.
Hey, Danielle.
Castellar, hello.
Hello, Castellar.
I knew this was coming. Sean, my top 1 and 10, all Ethel and Junior from Friday 5.
Oh, Spoiler.
There we
You're
go.
going to hear that name again or those names again.
Nice. Hey, thank you for hitting that like button, Russell. We really, really appreciate it. Star Wars fan. Hello.
Bonjour.
Sean, there's a donation. And when we get a
Hey, Sean.
donation, you guys know that we love music. We love to dance. And since there's a donation now,
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
thank you,
Careful with
Sean.
that copyright.
I'm lucky. Yeah, we've been blessed that we haven't gotten hit with that one yet. We got Zodiac
under
here.
7 seconds, you're okay.
Yeah.
That's usually where our sweet. I usually do 10, so I've been pretty lucky.
He pushes it.
I
He
do.
pushes it.
Yeah.
I do.
Testing
Man,
the
there's a lot of
boundaries.
people here. I
Hello, everybody in the chat.
completely disagree with this too. Chucky is not the worst character.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Chucky
Oh, I know.
itself? No.
Hey.
I wanted to get my drink real quick because Ashley's about to lose her shit.
What? Michael?
Just
Tony
in
Collette?
general?
Just as an
Just the
actress?
That's totally Patrick just poking at Ashley because he
I-
knows how much she loves Tony
I-
Collette and how much she loves Hereditary.
I think
Because
Toni
it could be
Collette's
hereditary,
Italian.
it could be Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think it matters what she's playing.
the
in.
Fright
It's,
Night
it's
remake?
neither, technically.
Knives Out.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
If Roseblood makes the list, I'm never talking to you again. Peter Anthony, the creator of Roseblood, the Friday 13th fan film. Thank you for your donation, brother. And
I guess I gotta scratch. I'm just kidding.
right, got to change our list real
Like,
quick.
Scratch something off.
But that's another donation, guys.
Next
So
piece,
you know what
next
that means.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Gotta love it. So again, guys, everybody in the chat, Gory Tiger, what's going on? Cal, how you doing? Tatum, nice to see you, love.
Hello.
So we promised that tonight we would premiere something very special. And as you all know, I was in a film that is making its theatrical run right now and will be on Amazon Prime. We're hoping January, February. It keeps getting picked up by more festivals and a couple other theaters. So it was supposed to come out in November. It has been pushed back again. So right now we're looking at January, February. Fingers crossed it gets picked up by a couple more places so we can keep pushing that date out. But what I'm going to do now is we are going to premiere part of my scene from Bride of Killer Pinata. So I hope you guys dig this.
Keep this thing in the basement?
What else is the basement good for besides a sex dungeon? Bingo.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Grabbing the target.
That thing has killed like 1,000 people.
It's a pinata. That's their fault. So where do we go from here? So,
Out of context.
so I'm very excited for you guys to see Bride of Killer Pinata. The second that we get an actual release date, like I said, it will be going to Amazon Prime. Right now, it keeps getting picked up, like I said, by more theaters, by more film festivals. So it's amazing to see all these different things that are happening with the small budget film that we had so much fun making. And I can't wait for you guys to be able to see it all. So
That was some
thank you
good
guys.
acting too, Ken. Believable. I'm not bullshitting. Anybody will tell you I don't say things I don't mean, especially when it
I
comes to
really
comedy.
hope that you guys check it out when it comes out. Like, it's something that I'm very, very proud of. And I'm not saying this because it's me. I genuinely feel like I have the coolest part in the movie. And when we get to the you'll see why once the film comes out. And next Saturday on the channel, we're premiering our interview with Stephen Tramontana, the director and the writer of Bride of Killer Pinata and the OG Killer Pinata, which is out on Amazon Prime right now as well. The original. This is the sequel. And we
You've
will
gotta
have
ask
that
him
clip.
for me what type of work he did as far as Foley work is concerned. Because the one thing I noticed right off the bat was whenever the pinata moved, it was very crinkly and it it felt real.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely us, us moving the pinata. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun, man.
you ruined
Like,
the
I'm
movie
telling you, like,
magic.
yeah, it was. And we'll like in that interview, we're gonna have that scene. We're gonna have 2 more scenes that are just exclusive scenes. It'll be the first time they've ever been seen here, as well as some cool behind the scenes videos that people can actually check out to see how it was during the filming process and some of the outtakes and stuff that didn't make it into the cutting room floor. So I'm very, very excited for you guys to check all that out. Thank you, everybody in the chat. We appreciate you. I will show that clip again later for people that are coming in later. But one last thing before we get started. Make sure you guys are hitting those links in the description. Make sure you're subscribing to Wiliscredia, to Dice Rollen. They are 2 amazing people, amazing friends, and they're going to keep you entertained all night. But let's get started. So I do have 2 honorable mentions. And I know one of them is going to drive people nuts. Paul Partain, who plays Franklin in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the OG. Dude drove me absolutely banana sandwich. And the other one for me, which I think people are going to be like, wait, seriously? Lee Winnell's Adam in the OG Saw. This dude absolutely drove me fucking bonkers. I just throughout his acting is just not on point yet. He's gotten much better as an actor. And just how whiny he is. Like there's just so much about his character that just absolutely
he's like,
pisses me off.
He's chained to a wall. Like you're not supposed to whine about that kind of stuff.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
be a man.
Be a man, right?
Fucking
Like
be a man, Lee Winnell.
Well, he
So-
does. Now that you bring it up, Ken, he does have that Quentin Tarantino in Reservoir Dogs vibe, or even Pulp Fiction vibe. Like I wrote it, but I don't know how to deliver the lines.
yeah.
Like
That's-
there's times where it's just like, dude, these are literally your words. You can't put more into it, or
You're
get
just
the
not
human
believable
emotion.
enough.
Right. So yeah, it's amazing to go back and rewatch this. I mean, like you watch him in like Insidious, The Last Key, and like the range his acting has gotten, even in his little roles he plays there.
Mhm.
And then you go even the Bye Bye Man when he plays the crazy guy, like he did decent. But you go back and watch Saw, and you're like,
Oof.
yeah, about that.
Yeah. Didn't he
so-
direct the Invisible Man remake too?
He did.
Wrote and directed.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, stay behind that camera.
Yeah,
That's where you're
it.
better.
When you're behind the camera, you do much
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah.
yeah. So my honorable mentions for my most annoying characters: Lee Winnell's Adam and Saul, and Paul Partain's Franklin in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What about you, my love?
So I have Shelly, Larry Zerner from Friday the 13th. He gets on my damn nerves. So he's such like a Debbie Downer, and it sounds like that's like how like he really is in real life too. And like he's always playing pranks on everybody, but it's like he's trying to teach them a lesson. He gets on my damn nerves. Okay,
Jason would have his hockey mask without Larry.
you're telling me that that guy is the reason Jason has his.
I'm 100%.
I mean, I know it is, but why? I don't.
It's Shelly, okay? Remember when he fake cut his throat? That was genius.
No,
Goddamn
no,
genius.
he is obnoxious, and I was happy when they killed him. When they killed him. Go ahead, cancel me.
Please continue your list.
All
Please,
right,
let them
and the
try
next
hard.
one is Amanda Young, Shawnee Smith from Saw 3. Well, in Saw 3 is when I didn't like her. Like she made these
Okay.
traps. Yeah, went in Saw 3.
Okay.
That's a good
Ah,
That's what
caveat.
you're saying.
She made these traps that nobody could get out of because she was just evil at that point. She was jealous of Lynn, so she just killed her. Like she was a bad person in Saw 3.
And she was a big crybaby in that movie
Yeah.
too.
She was
Yeah.
a dick, and I did not like her dickiness. So
Mm.
Touche.
yeah. So
Mm.
those are my honorable mentions.
How about you, Dice? Do you have honorable mentions? How
Grab
much
a
time do
water.
we got?
Right. There's, I mean, in no particular order. I just threw these up there because I went, oh, good point. Dwayne from Psycho 3.
Oh,
I found him quite annoying for multiple reasons. One, taking advantage of Norman's kindness, I guess, and trying to take advantage of a former nun who is clearly not doing so well right now.
right.
Also, when he actually has a woman who wants to be with him, doesn't end too well either. So, every character in Birdemic,
Oh,
all of them.
oh, I can
Every
list a
single
couple
one.
movies like that.
Well, I didn't, sure so. I don't think I really need to explain why.
Right.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
I don't think this is one that's really mentioned too often. I want to see how many people have actually seen this movie. Ed from Return of the Living Dead 2. Because he's good with plundering tombs and stealing things from dead bodies and whatnot. But as soon as they actually have something to say, he shits himself. So,
Literally?
not well.
Oh,
we're never
oh,
shown
okay,
definitively,
Yeah.
but there's the possibility.
Implication.
That he shits himself?
I mean, I'm kind of glad. We don't know.
Wrong director for the movie, I'm afraid.
Right.
Mercy and Jonas from The Witch.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Just kill the children. Okay.
Mhm.
Specifically, those two, kill the children.
And
Thank you.
speak English. Whatever the hell they were saying didn't make sense.
I want to know where such children in such a timeline were getting so much sugar. They were always hyped up.
It was in the blood.
Demons wearing little people's clothing. Billy, otherwise known as Judy's little brother in the original Night of the Demons.
No, okay.
Not fond of him.
Right.
Who in their right mind makes a comment about their older sister's boobs?
Yeah, that's weird.
I think therapy would be good.
I have not
Dr.
seen
Phil?
that movie. Is it done as like as a ribbing, or is it?
Well, he's trying to get under her skin, and it works. But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
hiding in her closet while she's getting dressed.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's creepy.
So, you know,
No bueno.
Yeah.
no bueno. No. And finally, this is more of a generalization, but I still had to throw it in there. Any character who uses religion to orchestrate blame on others, for instance, the Mist. I'm not fond of those
Yep.
characters, but that's more of a personal reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a strong feeling we'll talk about the Mist again.
that might be possible.
Yeah.
Mrs. Carmody.
So that could definitely happen again soon. So how about you, CP? Did you have any honorable mentions?
I didn't. When I get to my 10, I guess technically I did splits a little bit. I have groups.
Okay.
I have 2 pairs, so technically I have 12 characters. That
Run it. Well, then we'll catch up on the chat real quick, and we'll go right into our number 10s just to make life a little bit easier. Wow. Oh no, why did that happen?
a super chat a second ago. I saw.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her. Completely agree with Franklin. Wanted him to go instantly. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you
Hey.
for stopping by. See, I've seen this a lot. A lot of people saying that Dr. Gordon was much more annoying. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
I come from the as you wish generation, so I wanted to pull for him.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes he had his accent and sometimes
Right.
he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ignore your guys' chats. We appreciate all of you guys. Charles, that was a great clip. Can't wait. Thank you, buddy. And obviously, I need to get it stuck in your guys' head for the rest of not just tonight, but tomorrow as well.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Charles.
You've been a strong supporter since day one, man, and we really appreciate it. So, means a lot. Most of the Jeepers Creepers 2 cast.
Good call.
Ed constantly cries for God's forgiveness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Gavin, thanks for stopping out, buddy. I appreciate you. Everyone, if you're not a member of the channel, push that $ button and become a member. Thank you.
Yeah.
We would appreciate that. We're not those. Hey, what's up, J-Dev? Again, we're not the type to promote the fact that you can become a member or to promote the fact that we do have the new merch store with all Sledgehammer horror merchandise, like t-shirts, hats. We had some other stuff in there too. Oh, coffee mugs. We got coffee mugs in the store. So, I mean, we're not the type to talk about that, but just know that it's there. What's up, Turkey Lover? How you doing?
Hey, turkey lover.
All right.
Picture
So,
of
my
a
love, would
dog.
you like to start us with number 10?
How
So
can you call
confusing.
yourself Turkey? Lizzie, and have a picture of a
Well, maybe the
dog?
dog's name is Turkey.
Could be.
Perhaps.
Could be.
Or maybe the dog likes turkey. Yeah.
Living vicariously through the dog.
Huh.
So, what's your number 10?
Oh, my number 10 is Frankie Cheeks from Final Destination 3. He's so freaking cringy. Like, I can't even stand this guy. Like, he's always got his videotape on. He's always messing with
so
the girls that with the matching. Her name's like Ashley, and I know that one.
Ashlyn.
And is it Ashlyn?
Ashley and Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley and Ashlyn. And
Of course, you know Ashley.
right. That's a pretty cool name. No, but he's just so cringy. Like, I can't stand that guy at all. He's
Oh, that's the roller coaster one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing because of your pick. I'm laughing because I took him off because I only put one person per franchise. And I thought there was one more person annoying in the Final Destination franchise over him. So
Really?
that's why I laughed, is because when you said that, I was like, wow.
Is it in Final Destination 5?
I'm not going to tell you.
I know it is. I totally know because that would have been my next pick.
Okay. Good choice, though, babe.
Thanks.
All right, how about you, Dice? What's your number 10?
This may be a little bit controversial. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. Barbara from the original Night of the Living Dead.
But they're
I
coming
understand
to get her.
Sure. She's very aware of that now. I realize that she's traumatized as hell. She's lost her brother and everything and stuck in a house with a strange man. You could read more into that if you wish. But
Especially in the 60s.
she does not get up and do anything productive until the very end and dies. So,
Right.
woo.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
She doesn't get up until she sees her zombified brother in the door.
She just like lays there and moans like, what the hell?
Uh,
Look, come on.
she
do something.
is a zombie in
Yeah,
that movie.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah.
Too late. They got to her already. No, she's fine.
Right.
Like, she's actually the one that got bit, not her brother.
So how about you, CP? What's your number 10?
Well,
She got bit.
to cover the theme of your acting, I too once upon a time did a little bit of child acting, and actually you could 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon me with this actress or twins. I have Ellie Creed from Pet Sematary, the daughter.
Ooh, good choice.
First thing, she falls from the tree swing, annoying, crying. Her cat dies. It's not God's cat, it's my cat. Guess what, sweetheart? You're God's cat. Shut up.
You just don't like children. We understand.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's like,
I
she
have a
fell
funny
and broke
theme.
her leg. Fuck that.
Mommy,
Her cat dies.
Daddy.
Don't cry when your cat dies.
Never
I've
mind
always-
the baby in the road. I'm stuck in a tire. Wah.
I've always said if you watch Pet Sematary through a different lens, it really looks like Lewis is chasing Gage to the road, like get in that road. I got less bills to pay if your ass gets hit by that truck. She is a punk rocker. Hurry it up. You know, so if you just look at it through a different lens, the movie becomes that much better.
That shot, I think, is one of the. It's certainly stained in my memory of just Gage in the middle of the road and the truck coming head on. It's pretty intense.
It's one of my favorite scenes in cinema history.
Mhm.
When I see that shoe bouncing, all I see are dollar signs. No more school supplies, no more animal. You know, like there's just so many, sugar plums
College,
dancing
forget
in my head.
Thank God I got that insurance.
All right, so it's funny enough, Ashley and I know that we say this all the time, guys, but it's not lip service. We don't know each other's list. We keep our list hidden from each other, so we don't see it. I just feel like it's not
That's how
genuine
I
and
feel
not
about
fun.
my private parts with my wife.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Every time that we do
Therapy.
something, a fucking kid pops out of there. So I'm done with that shit. I'm not doing that shit anymore.
Yeah, okay.
So my number 10 is PJ Byrne, who plays Isaac in Final Destination 5, the one that gets killed by the Buddha statue.
No,
I knew
Hated
it.
that guy.
Told you it's Final
I
Destination.
hated that
5.
guy when he's taking the change out of the
Oh,
when
from all
people
the
died,
dead people, he's
taking
taking
their
their
coupons.
yeah.
Like there's just so much about that character that I just fucking despise. Like I can't stand him. And
douchey. That's
He's
Yeah,
always on the
that's something.
phone with somebody like, "Hey, sweetheart." Like nobody wants
And-
you. You're cringy.
I don't look. I have my beliefs in religion and what happens after we die. But one thing I'll never do is shit on somebody for what they believe. And if you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. I feel like if the whole world acted like that, we'd be a whole lot fucking better off if we didn't try to push things on other people.
I believe
when he
that
walks-
we get shit on.
Well, I mean, listen, what happens when these streams are over in our bedroom happens when these streams are over in our bedroom. We don't got to talk about that. But even just when he walked by that Buddha statue and started tapping it and talking shit, I was
Hitting
like,
his belly.
oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Just fucking die, you
Yep.
fucking douchebag. So that's our number 10s, guys. We will catch up on the chat real quick before we get to number 9. Please let the sneeze fucking come in a minute.
Please don't. Not
I
my
got a
coffee.
sneeze and it's driving me nuts. The little girl from War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. The very first date Ashley and I ever went on.
It was.
Good call. We almost broke up because of how that girl was. I was like, I don't know if this is right for us if you chose this movie.
Damn it. You're the one that chose the
I am
movie.
the one that chose it. Joey from Friday the 13th.
My franchise is going to take a beating tonight.
Dude, I know. I
Gonna
said
hurt
that
just a little.
I have one Friday the 13th character too, but we'll get there.
Those Friday the 13th characters.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
something else.
Rob
made
Zombie
for
2
a
voice
reason.
road. Yeah.
And it's not Oscars, that's for sure.
I almost put Candy Bar Joey. Remake Barbara was an improvement. Yes, she
I agree.
was.
Absolutely. She was a
absolutely
badass.
was. Patricia Tallman absolutely
Woke.
crushed it in the remake.
She did.
Pretty woke.
Yeah,
I'm,
pre-woke.
I'm being ironic, guys. I'm not.
I know. I know.
Don't send the missiles.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know how Ken gets all
you know how I am when people get woke on this stream.
Yeah. The reason
We're
I
going to
see
his
some of the
45
things
minutes.
is because you're retweeting or replying, and I'm like, hey, yeah, what the? I need to say something to this person too.
It's so funny because I do, especially on the channel, I've been really good about keeping my politics out of it.
Mhm.
But then people follow my personal Twitter and not the Sledgehammer Horror Twitter, and they're like, dude, you talk a lot about politics. I'm like, dude, I care about it. It's
Yeah,
something that's
Common
politics and
sense.
baseball I'm passionate about.
It's not politics anymore. It's just common sense. Just be,
I've pissed a few people off.
be a good
it's
human.
not as common as you would think.
Yeah, it really
Oh no,
is.
yeah, but horrifyingly real realization, should I say?
I do want to say real quick, Sierra just brought something up, the little boy from the Babadook. I didn't put him on my list. And it's not that I didn't put him on my list because I don't think he's annoying. He's a child in a movie. I want him to die. But I didn't put him on my list because I felt like everybody else was going to have him. So that's why I don't have that little shit on my list.
Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Micah
He's
from
a popular
Paranormal
pick.
Activity. Everyone, share the stream, push that like button, please. And if you haven't, subscribe to Sledgehammer Horror, Dice Rollen, and Wiliscredia.
The
You
first
will
time you
not
got
regret
the
it.
pointing down
I know.
so well.
Gosh, I keep fucking it up.
Fucking it up.
It was so
Hate brigade.
smooth.
I know it was. So I was like, thinking in my head, like, dang, he got that down that first time, and then every other time he screwed it up.
Daniel, you may be late, but we will be
Daniel.
showing our world premiere clip again halfway through. So make sure you stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. I've already been told that it's Oscar worthy. My acting is just completely amazing. So
Yeah.
make sure you
I need the context.
It was me. I'm the one that told him that.
Ooh, I knew this was coming too. Andrea and The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Everyone.
season
Final
2
Girl-
especially.
Yeah.
So good call, everybody. So Dice, would you like to start us off with your number 9?
This is another instance of where I kind of cheated just a little bit and just threw a whole bunch of people into a tight space. Once again, let's see how many people recognize this one. Every character with the exception of Professor Clayton and Diamond in Smiley.
Wait, I
Every
think I see. Is that the
character.
orange face and the way big smile?
It's like a
oh.
fleshy face with like the carved sewn in eyes
Yeah.
smile. Yeah.
Shane
If you-
Dawson movie.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the thing that was just released.
No,
I was
that
like,
Oh,
what?
smile.
Just smile. This is
Oh.
Smiley.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
You gotta add the E.
I genuinely liked Smile a lot.
Ditto. My heart started beating again. Sorry.
Don't worry, I'm not. We didn't doing that here. No, don't worry about it.
He said my heart started beating again. Please don't make that happen. I've been trying for years to stop that.
Resuscitation, unwanted. Thank you.
Well, wasn't it only like popular because Shane Dawson was in it?
Uh-huh. At least that's what I think. And popular is that's a stretch. If I'm remembering correctly, it only sold about 30,000 copies.
Wow.
It's about as popular. It's about as popular as this guy was in high school. This guy,
I don't know.
He didn't land very well in high school. So
who is
that's
that?
me.
Oh.
It's totally me. I need to get that picture out of here, so I stopped using it.
Well, it's not true because you're still making movies, and Shane Dawson, it certainly isn't.
He's only making news.
Right. All right, cool. So, CP, you want to give us your number 9?
Yeah.
This is a doozy, I can tell.
I narrowed it down because it could be this actress in many different things. But Baby from 3 from Hell, Sherry Moon Zombie has either mailed it in or done way too much in, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 movies that she's been so elegantly placed at the forefront of. But in 3 from Hell, it's just way too much for me. Like, we get it. You're crazy, but we haven't used that type of description of crazy for at least 25 years. But, it's a Rob Zombie movie, and he's stuck in 1977 for some reason, so I guess it fits.
Right. Well, and the thing that I think is fair about that is, if I was making movies, she'd be in all of them. If I remade Jaws, she'd be the shark.
Would she be the lead actress?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
That's all I'm saying. Divorce. Sorry. You gotta move around a little bit. Play to your actor's strengths.
The minute you asked if she was going to be my lead, all I could think was,
you said
on the spot.
You said no. You said no. Really fast.
No.
Didn't even think about it.
I said, as I was saying it, my brain was like, "Bring it back! Don't do it!"
I saw a brief moment of fear and like a freeze.
All right, so my number 9, Judith O'Dea's Barbara in the original Night of the Living Dead.
I'm not the only one.
Wow.
Yes. And I think it's just because Patricia Tallman's portrayal of the character is such a stronger final girl. Where the OG Barbara, she's awesome when she's with her brother, and then he gets taken and killed, and by touching a headstone, apparently kills him. Yeah, just
a little bump.
But I think from there's just nothing. There's absolutely nothing to that character throughout that whole movie. And
there is a few moans.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
we can't do it. Had there not been the Night of the Living Dead remake, I might not even have put her on the list because I could not have seen how the potential of that character was actually reached. But once I seen that, the extremes of what Patricia Tallman did as that character of Barbara, it made me just completely dislike the OG one even more. So for me, it definitely goes to Judith O'Dea's Barbara and Night of the Living Dead. What about you, my love?
My number 9 is Franklin Hardesty, Paul Partain. Yes, that one. Okay, yeah, it sucks that he's in a wheelchair. Like that really does suck. Okay, it does.
All right, look, we get it. Okay, you're in a wheelchair, Franklin.
But I think the rest of the clan would hang out with him if he wasn't such a Debbie Downer and my legs don't work.
My legs don't work.
And he's always like doing the raspberries, and I would have walked up the stairs too and to get away from him.
Hey, why'd you come up here, Franklin?
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry for anybody.
So far, we've just been hating on people for we've been ableist.
Oh,
Me with
The
the Ellie
The
Creed.
biggest
and-
dicks on the internet right now,
I
right
think
here.
Liz wants
Yeah.
to know.
Help!
Yeah,
I'm stuck in a tire swing.
It's actually an
Help!
ironic.
I'm in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So, anyways, I wasn't sad when he got chainsawed up.
Oh my god! All right.
You had him on your list too. You
I didn't talk about his legs. I talked about how he was annoying.
I
You're
talked
like,
about his
I might have
personality.
liked him if he wasn't in the wheelchair. If they didn't have to take a ramp with him everywhere, he might have been okay with me.
I didn't even
you
realize he was
Do
seated.
you
to be
want to
honest
carry
with
that
you.
ramp around? Would you?
Oh wow! All right, back to the chat real
I'm
quick.
just kidding. I'm not a dick, you guys.
Segue.
I'm not
segue.
really a dick. Oh wow, Sam from the Babadook.
Yeah.
All I remember about Smiley is thinking, why the fuck is Keith David in this?
Thank you.
Hello, Cody. Nice to see you.
Hey, Cody.
That's where all the
I
budget went.
won't-
To Keith David. That's it.
See you in a
Yeah.
bit, sweetie.
Trento and the Friday remake. Oh god.
That's coming.
Gary and Anaconda, Tina and Halloween 5.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, fuck
Mhm.
those two. Brady from Halloween 4. Good call.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right, guys. We are kind of on a time constraint, so I can't read every chat, but I promise you we're reading them as they go. But we do have we can't be here all night. That's all I can say. Alan from Return to Sleepaway Camp is another annoying character.
Mm.
I believe that was in Sleepaway Camp 3 or 4,
Mm.
or whichever.
Might
Later
be
in the
time
franchise.
constraint, but time is money. So if you really want that comment read, ching.
You know, we're not those people that push making money. But all right, so we are at number 8, and that'll be CP starting us off at number 8.
Well, it was already brought up, so I guess I'll swap a couple of spots. Trent from Friday 2009, Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's like way too dude bro-y. It's
Douchey.
it's obnoxious. It's
the fuckboy
really
energy.
obnoxious.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
But you gotta say though, like he is sleeping with a girl that has perfect nipple
She
placement.
has the perfect.
I mean,
Did
she
they
does
even
have.
call them
that is-
stupendous?
Yeah, she
That's
has
just
stupendous
something that a
titties.
fuckboy would say.
Yeah, so
yeah, like, dude, you brought out the thesaurus for some banging. Like, relax.
There's got to be a word for this. Hold on.
Yeah,
Like, calm down.
and they're not moving, so they're paid for. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and they have perfect nipple placement.
Well,
the
when you
doctors
pay,
work very hard on that.
I mean, you use a ruler.
Right.
Mm.
According to what my science book says, which is right
Get the
next to my
level.
thesaurus.
Break out the protractor.
They are perfectly aligned.
I just want to say I'm gonna piggyback off you real quick, and my number 8 is Travis Van Winkle's Trent from the Friday the 13th
Yeah.
remake as well. So, like you said, he's the total dude bro, which is the total opposite of who I am as a person. So when I watch somebody that's totally over the top, almost to me fictionalized, obnoxious, it's just he did a great job in the role.
His scream is a good punchline for that character, though.
Yes, it
it's it's a relieving. Oh, ha ha ha! You're just a little.
You're here
bitch.
to huh?
Right.
You're rooting for Jason for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something I did want to say real quick is just because we're talking shit about these characters, we're not talking shit about the actors. Obviously, the actors are so good that it made us hate these
yeah.
characters. So, Dice, you're
Unless
back
it's
with us. You
Sherry
froze there for
Moon.
a
I mean,
second.
I mean,
Sorry, yeah.
most of them.
Oh, you're good. I just wanted to make sure you were
No,
good.
fuck.
So, what's your number 8, my love? As you're taking a drink like I'm a dick.
My number 8 is Harry Cooper from Night of the Living Dead. He is an asshole. Like
Wait, are you talking about more like the OG or the remake? I mean,
either one you
both.
can go
Yeah.
with, honestly, but I was thinking about the original.
Okay.
He's a racist, he's a dick to his wife, like he's a dick to everybody. He only cares about himself. When they're like trying to do the stuff in the house, like he doesn't help at all, but he is just saying they're like nobody can go downstairs if he goes down there, and he's shutting the door. And maybe they should have listened to him and stayed in the basement. They probably all would have survived, but
But he's a dick, so we can
But he's
justify saying
yeah,
no.
he's a dick. No, who wants to go down there with him? Like
Right.
his own wife didn't even want to be down there with him. So
That tells you things about their relationship.
yeah,
Right.
like he's a dick. Yeah, and she doesn't want to be around him.
If I had a nickel. So
Wanna
how
go
about
first,
you,
Timothy?
Dice? What's your
No.
number 8?
My number 8 is Judy from the original Sleepaway Camp.
Good
So,
choice.
I don't use the term a lot, but I do feel that it's justified in this case of calling a character a twat.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting death, though. At least there's that.
I've hybridized words that people don't like, and I use twunt.
Oh, there you go.
So,
There you go.
Creativity.
I can't offend anybody. It's not a real word.
Yeah.
The thing about her death, though, is I don't think I've ever seen anybody die from chapped lips.
Oh my gosh. But
If you know, you know.
Chapstick ain't gonna fix this.
no.
Okay, we will catch up on the chat real quick. Celise, I hope that you're feeling
Thanks,
better.
Celise.
Celise did catch the word that if I say it, we'll get demonetized, but I hope that you've gotten your rest. I hope that you're feeling better. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Be
was
prepared
returned to
to be
voicemail.
tired, is what I'll say to Celise.
when I talked to her
3
last
weeks.
night, she said that she was just in bed. She was just
Yeah.
in bed, laying
Yeah.
down, relaxing. So
Yeah.
I
they
hope that you're
told
feeling
me-
better, my friend.
They told me 7 days to 2 weeks, and it was 13 days of just hating life. Just
Yeah.
it's not fun.
No.
I certainly envy you. Or I'm not envious of
I
you.
was saying, wait, what?
He's like, I really want to be
I
sick.
really just want to be in
My
bed
my
again.
brain knew what it
Bed.
wanted to do,
I wanna
but my
not be
mouth
able
said,
to
no, we're
breathe."
going to do the opposite.
We don't need that extra work.
No.
Hating on people in wheelchairs. I hope I never get admitted to the hospital Ashley works at. Oh, you need help? Let's go right to the stairs.
Listen, I will push you in your wheelchair. Just don't throw raspberries at me.
Hi, Louise.
And we
The whole
have-
way being downwind.
The dictionary shows his appreciation for boobies.
Yeah.
We got Trina from Ginger Snaps, Trey from Freddy vs. Jason. Damn it, that's a good one. I hated that guy.
He was.
Don't touch me. You know how I hate to be touched
Oh,
afterwards.
Yeah.
you smoke. What did I
Yeah.
tell you about smoking?
His death, though.
Yeah,
Love his death.
chef's kiss.
It's all.
Ray Liotta and Hannibal.
Mm.
John became a member of Sledgehammer Horror today.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you, John. We appreciate you, buddy. So will my kids now that they get to eat more. Annie from Dash Cam. That's. I have a feeling we'll talk about Annie a little more.
I do
sure.
too.
I'm sure.
We are glad you're feeling better, Celise. Well, since Celise is here, guys, and before Celise leaves, I told her that we would play the clip so she could see it too. So rather than do it at number 5, we're going to do it now. The second time we've premiered it. This is
Do it
our
live.
clip of my scene in Bride of Killer Pinata. So remember, guys, right now it's making its theatrical run. It's making its festival run. But here one more time. Here's the clip of me and Bride of Killer Pinata.
Keep this thing in the basement?
What else is the basement good for? Besides a sex dungeon. Bingo.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Grabbing the target.
That thing has killed like 1,000 people.
It's a pinata. That's their fault.
Yeah,
Soon.
I heard a whoosh. Very good blocking. From what I've seen, I'm quite intrigued. Quite intrigued.
I hope you guys enjoy the whole movie. Like I said, we were lucky enough we got to make the trip out to Chicago to watch the world premiere in the cinema, and
That's wild.
it was insane. You know, I got to dress up. I got to get my wife a dress, and I got to, you know, that's not usually us, you know, but we got to wear a shirt and tie and a dress.
Yeah,
and
I wear like hoodies and like
yeah. I
like,
got to see my wife dressed for the
up.
occasion. We got to sit there in the movie theater, and there was actual like, and this is crazy. Please don't think I'm being like that guy, but there were Sledgehammer horror fans there that like were shaking our hands when I came on screen. People were like cheering and stuff. Like it was an amazing feeling. So it was just like to be able to finally have a little bit to share with you guys. I'm so excited, and I can't wait for you guys to see this. I can't get too much into it, but I did just sign on for another
Why did
role.
you point at your wife when you said that? That was weird.
Because she hits me.
Why are you bringing that up?
I fell down the stairs. That's what happened. I'm sorry. I ran into a door. But I did just sign on for another role in a film where I'll be playing somebody that is just the most despicable, disgusting human being in the world. And I'm very excited to bring that character to life. So,
so you're a YouTuber who covers Disney.
I'm a YouTuber that gives top 10 horror lists once a week. So
yeah,
so not far from the real person.
Not much of a stretch. But everybody in the chat, thank you so much. And Celeste, I know that you're not feeling very well, so if you got to go, I understand.
Please feel better.
Right.
Take care of
the
yourself.
most important thing is your health. The fact that you even stopped by to be able to check it out really means a lot to us. So thank you so much, and thank you guys, everybody in the chat, for being so kind and gracious.
Yeah. If you have trouble breathing, lay on your belly.
If yes, Celeste. If you have trouble breathing, lay on your belly.
Dice and Dice's mother.
Yes, Mom Rollen.
Really work. Get that water in you too. You'd be surprised. Water and bananas that's all I was taking in for about 4 or 5 days straight. So
I'm just glad that it's scary, guys. It's something we need to take serious still. I know that it's been downplayed so much. It's still out. Ashley's a respiratory therapist. Yeah. Like that's literally what she does. So
I got yelled at because I had a mucus jar on standby because I was too weak to get up and spit in the sink all the time. So it's just like
I see mucus jars all the time.
I have seen the mucus jar of horror.
I've
still
seen
have
those.
nightmares.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the real horror. Mucus jars.
It's funny. People are like, give Ken his Oscar now. The only way I'll get an Oscar and accept it is if Will Smith is there with Jada. That's the only way I would go to the Oscars.
And are you gonna get slapped too?
I'll be like, G.I. Jane 2?
Run, Ken, run!
So yeah, guys, thank you again so much for all the kind words and kind support. I'm very excited for you guys to see Bride of Killer Pinata. There's a lot of really cool things that happen in this movie, and I feel like I have the best part. I can't say anything else about it. I'm very excited for you guys to see it. So my number 7 on the list is Natalie Mendoza's Juno in The Descent. You know, she's smashing her friend's husband.
She's a very bad best friend.
You know, she's just a bad person overall. And watching her in this movie, you're like, you know what? I think I'd rather fuck with those cave dwellers than have her as a friend. So, yeah, Natalie Mendoza's Juno is just a character that just
how did she survive down there all that time?
Oh, that's The Descent too. That doesn't exist.
It does though.
No,
I'm just curious.
Nope, doesn't exist.
Those things don't fuck with bitches.
It shouldn't exist. That's you just got to be a bitch that sleeps with your best friend's husband.
She probably slept with all the monsters' husbands.
Oh, could be.
You got to be a Karen.
Right.
That's how you avoid the monsters.
This movie will not be rated. There's no way, and you guys will know once you watch my scene completed out. There's no way we could have got an R rating.
No.
Oh, did you get some corn syrup on you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
When we're done here, CP.
Is it weird that I say I'm excited about that? That's really kind of fucked
just
up.
wait. We'll have a talk once the stream is over and I can get into detail. I can't do it on air, but once the stream's over, we'll talk a little bit.
Spoilers.
So what's you want to give your number 7?
Yeah, my number 7 is Joel in Pumpkinhead. So this guy, he like runs over a little boy and then just off and like hides, and he's an ass to his girlfriend, to his friends, and is like yelling at them for things that he did. And I don't know, he literally killed that kid. He could have helped.
Yeah,
he didn't.
Just took off like a douche.
Yeah, and then he hid away, and then he was mad because they wanted to like out him, and yeah,
Right.
He had warrants or whatever, so they couldn't tell on him because then he would go away for a long time. You killed a kid, you
Yeah,
jackass.
you kind of had that one coming, buddy.
Yeah, and yeah, he was just douchey.
Yep.
Even before he killed the kid, he was kind of douchey.
Yeah, that's a good cut right there. Even before he killed, I like how like before he killed the kid, he was kind of douchey. He kind of redeemed himself a little.
Right.
If the kid was in a wheelchair now
It would have been way better.
We got to get rid of those wheelchair-bound kids.
Oh my god, we're kidding.
I'm totally kidding. I love people in wheelchairs.
Don't start the hashtags.
No, don't.
Oh, for fuck.
Hashtag I
Well,
love
this is why
people in
this is why Ashley will never be able to run for president. They'll pull up shit like this. Is this what you want?
I'm sorry. Did you miss the last one we had? Because all bets
There's a
are
good
off.
chance. There's a very good chance. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Get a few
I
casinos
said
going.
I
You'll be
love
fine.
people that are in wheelchairs.
Yeah, they took it out for context.
Yeah, they totally did.
Pull quote. That's it.
How about you, Dice? What's your number 7?
Mayor Vaughn in Jaws.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Shockingly close to real life after certain events when you see Jaws 2. How this guy get reelected? Never mind.
yeah.
Still has
Not the
terrible
count.
taste in suits.
I'll
Yeah.
piggyback
hilarious.
Dice. I also had the mayor, but I'll put him at 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it's frightening how woke Jaws was 45 years ago, and playing on how ignorant people in charge could be, and then when you live it, you're like, oh, that's
Wow.
awesome. That's awesome. I'm in Jaws. I'm in real life Jaws. This is cool.
Right. That's a perfect one to piggyback on too.
Yeah, we're all piggybacking. Yeah, run a
I'm
train.
not. I wish I would have. Wait, what?
I was talking about the movie with Denzel.
So yeah, I do want to say real quick that is a great choice, and I wish I would have picked it. So we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get into our number 6. Will this movie be rated? Oh, we already did that. That was me being a stupid idiot. Yep. Keep my wife's name. Bert from Children of the Corn, Misty from Hatchet, Trevor from Candyman and Scream 4. Wait, what's his real name? He was the guy from what's it called? Walking Dead. He was one of the guys in The Walking Dead too. He was just in The Dark and the Wicked too. He was the priest in The Dark and the Wicked.
Oh yeah.
Hey Katie, how you doing?
Hey Katie.
No, it's more than that. There's nudity. How about that? There's
It's
gratuitous.
not for children's eyeballs. For
There is
Do we get Ken down?
there is gratuitous
Do we get a quality cam?
male nudity in this movie. There is a wiener. So no, I can't say it's gonna be rated. So just saying that. I think all the characters from The Descent are pretty annoying, but yeah, Juno, horrible friend. Baron from Truth or Dare. We got a Jill from Scream 4. Wow.
A lot of
everybody.
Scream 4 hatred, huh? What's
You could have
going
put
on?
anybody from Bodies on here. I hated that movie.
Yeah.
Look,
I
I very much respect James and Chelsea from Dead Meat. I think that they do an amazing job. I think they're some of the best people in the horror world. I completely disagree with their love of Bodies. I don't get the love for that movie. I think the movie's dog shit. I hated that movie. It was a chore to watch that movie. And maybe it's because I'm a boomer and I'm like, oh, damn kids. You know, I just wasn't for me.
As
You're
a
Gen
millennial,
Xer,
I'll
aren't
just
you?
go.
Millennial?
Beal.
We literally are millennials.
Mhm.
He's a boomer at heart, though.
So I just want to say real quick, guys,
Yeah.
this guy down here, William Brayman, Bio, he helped to create these Sledgehammer merchandise that we don't like to promote all that much because
artiste.
there's a lot of content creators that promote
I
their
don't even have
coffee
any more
cups
coffee left.
or their
I
hats
drank it all.
or their shirts, which you can get by clicking the link in the description. But you can see this hat is so dope, Bill, and I love it so much. So thank you for all the hard work you did, man. It's so great, and I love it so much. I haven't taken it off today. People are like, "Hey, that's a cool hat. What is it?" And I was like, "It's me.
You'll
That's
know.
what it is."
You'll know.
Yeah.
I can't say no. That's all I'm gonna
If
say.
it's hard, there's it's X or higher. You're not getting below an X with an erect penis,
Right.
which is some bullshit. Well, actually, in Return of the Living Dead, they had to put an
Barbie
apparatus, yeah, on Linnea Quigley's nude clitoris. They had to put a fake piece that
Yeah.
replicated the same thing. Like the Hollywood rules or the MPAA's rules for how they rate things are ridiculous.
You
Yeah.
can't show a real one, but if it's
Yeah.
fake,
Yeah,
we're good to go. We're good to go.
Is it made of clay? Okay, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
I think it's silicone. But
I just want to say, watch the film. That's all I want to say, guys. Watch Bride of Killer Pinata. Judge for yourself if it's hard or not. I don't know.
I'm gonna sit down with my family and watch. You go. I know him.
I know him. I know him.
I recognize that. No.
See, Bill, we like to refer to this as the Jesus Christ of the woman's body. Some people say they've seen it. I don't
The
believe
man
it
in the boat?
exists, but apparently it's there.
yeah, we know.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
We know you don't know what it is.
We know.
Ask any lesbian. Don't worry.
We suck.
Yep.
Stop trying to high five me. We suck.
Give me that.
You don't even know where my hand is, let alone.
All
Okay.
right. We will go to number 6 now. Love, would you like to start us off?
Yes.
Hey, we've been married 17 years, okay? And I'm not that funny or good looking. I'm just throwing that out there. You want to give us your number 7?
And he doesn't know. Okay. Yes. Wait, 7? I already did 7.
Oh, that's right. You want to give us number 6, Love?
Absolutely. My number 6 is Judy Karen Fields from Sleepaway Camp. Dice already mentioned her, but yeah, she is a mean girl, and I hate mean girls. And she just is mean to her for no reason, like just because she's different. And I hate that. I
Right.
hate that so much.
Right.
She's a bitch.
Yeah.
And
Never any use for those type of characters.
no, for real. And I mean the way she died though, like I was like, oh,
Yeah, that was dope.
that probably didn't feel good.
Judy, right?
Most tense
Yeah.
shadow puppet show ever.
Oh, that's fucking great. So how about you, Dice? What comes in number 6 for you?
This was one that's actually already been mentioned, I believe, by Spooky. Mika from Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is a guy who doesn't take no as no.
Yeah.
That's always a good sign. Let's bring a Ouija board into the house. Oh, good idea. I'm leaving.
But you're right, though. It's one of those things where it's like you watch those guys and it makes you appreciate being around people that you are around because that guy is such a douchebag.
Yeah.
He's just one of the worst people in the entire universe. So,
Mhm.
How about you, CP? What's your number 6?
I'll stay around Sleepaway Camp, but I'm choosing Aunt Martha because yeah,
That just simply won't do.
At all.
Hold on. You said you're choosing Aunt Martha.
yeah.
I got a message for you, CP.
Eat shit and die, Ricky. Eat shit and live, Bill.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, I'm Wiliscredia. Shit, that's pretty close.
I'm gonna modify that. He shouldn't live. Wiliscredia. The most monotone. Wiliscredia.
All you have to do is, I could probably do it. You just take out the "w," put a "b," and then add. You keep his ill part in, and then just
What?
bumper it with a W.
Wiliscredia.
Wiliscredia. Yeah. Wiliscredia.
Yeah, Bill. You shouldn't fucking live, Bill.
I thought he was telling us, like, I'm Bill. Like, we know who you are, Bill.
But Aunt Martha is pretty fucking out there with her rings.
Yeah. Gnarly.
Yeah. She might be over
Interesting
the top a
fashion
little bit.
sense.
We got to figure. Look at what she forced Angela into.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is where
Yeah,
I chose her.
Yeah, 'cause that's
Some
something that we
twisted
don't
shit.
talk about very often. But
I get it.
Angela obviously didn't choose that for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This was something that was forced onto this person.
It's
I'm not gonna
movie-
say anything because
It's her character and movies like this that we have this
Yep.
constant bullshit that
Mhm.
people complaining about kitty litter in schools and not realizing it's for blood from all the shootings and not something else. You get a movie like this, they see that and they think, that's what they're doing.
If you're
That's
taking anything compared to real life from Sleepaway Camp, good luck.
Oh boy. Well, my number 6. I'm gonna butcher this guy's real name. Sierra,
It's
have
Charles.
a wonderful night, love. I hope you feel better.
Hi, Sarah.
Just like it's spelled. Keir Deluia, who plays Peter in the OG Black Christmas.
Whoa.
I can't stand that guy. Like, I like the actor that did it because he made me hate him. But like you we're gonna drop out of school because I failed my piano recital. You're not gonna have an abortion because that's my baby. He's that guy that I literally want to punch in the fucking throat. I can't stand the character. He's just the opposite of what I hope my son or daughter would end up with in a significant other. I would hope that they would end up with somebody that is supportive of them and has their back over everything and not me. But if they do get with someone like that, I hope that it ends up just like it does in Black Christmas. So
Where?
they kill him in a basement.
Yeah.
So
she beats the shit out of him. Was it with like a fire poker? What was it?
Yeah, fire poker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Perfect.
Way to go. We'll keep those around the house.
I don't even got a fireplace.
Yeah.
We're being
very
festive.
Josh from the Blair Witch Project and Gunnar from Orphan First Kill. Those are actually very, very good choices.
I rather didn't like Orphan First Kill.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it was all right. I just
not to each their own, man. I dig it. I love the choice. I was wrong once in the 90s too, so it can happen to everybody.
I really like the twist.
I did think the twist
twisty
was dope.
twist.
Orphan First Kill. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say about the twist.
I don't hate it. I just didn't fall in love with it the way everybody else did. It's
When the
certainly
twist
not like
happened-
another movie from this year that we're about to talk about. I know Dice and I are.
Well, I'm excited about that one. I will say, the movie is newer, so I can't say too much about Orphan First Kill. But when that twist did happen,
Didn't see it coming, did you?
sure didn't.
No. I was really surprised that they even had a twist because the first one's twist was just so twisty.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
That was a Sierra. Have a good night. All right,
See you,
guys.
Sierra.
28 likes and 36 in the chat. Push that like button,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. 8 people just snoozing.
Thanks, Bill. We love you too, buddy. This channel wouldn't be what it is without this guy. He's one of the biggest behind the scenes people ever. So
He's aight.
yeah. Marge Thompson. Listen, the best thing about Marge Thompson is if you watch the deleted scenes of Nightmare on Elm Street, the OG, when she tells the story about how Freddy Krueger killed their other kid. And that's why Nancy has this connection with Fred Krueger, because Fred Krueger had killed Nancy's sibling. So I always thought that was a pretty cool twist that they should have just kept in the movie. I really, really like that twist. Not jumping in on the abortion debate, but prefer Black Christmas just to keep his baby so I don't berate him.
You have to keep in mind, Black Christmas came out in 1974. Roe versus Wade had just been passed.
Yeah.
So horror has always been
Right.
a bit of a mirror
Oh yeah.
to
For sure.
to society. So you have to keep
Touche,
that in
my
mind.
friend. That's why when people talk about woke horror, I want to punch myself in the
Yeah.
fucking head. Have you seen woke horror? Yeah, it started back in 1937. So
So woke. That's
I'm
cool.
glad you just jumped on the woke bandwagon.
Yeah.
Of all the scary things that actually happen in the world, I feel like the antagonist of the horror movie, you ain't lying. You are not lying, my
Right.
friend. So we are at number 5 now, and that will be Dice starting us off. I got that
You
point
got
down,
that
though.
point down for this one.
We're getting better. We're getting better. I make no guarantees over here, but I might have cheated maybe slightly with this one. I'm not sure. We weren't talking specifically movies, so I decided to slip in a character from a TV show.
I did too. It's
Oh.
okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
if we go down, we go down together.
We're going in
Dr.
flames.
Yes, in flames, of course. Dr. Ben Harmon from American Horror Story Murder House.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay.
series.
Yeah.
Also, the best season of American Horror Story.
Is
I
it?
believe the 5th. I've only seen 2
The
portions.
first season was good. Is that the wait? But Murder House?
That's the first
That's
one.
the first
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't have a title when I watched it.
Yeah.
They had to
Yeah.
give it a
Murder
title
House.
so you wouldn't get too confused.
Yep.
Once again, an unlikable male character. I'm sorry. It's, once again, poor
Yeah.
life decisions on his part, and here we are.
Now that you say that, I only have
Hey.
I only have 3 females on my list. That shows that men are definitely the most annoying. Stupid penises.
I
Oh
mean,
no, not me.
you-
Most tolerant person. No.
I've
No,
I've
that's a
actually
good
shared
choice.
space with 2 people on my list, and I hope I never have to talk to them again. I'll say that much.
That's awesome. Well, shit. Well, let's get right into that. Let's jump into your number 5.
Vilmer from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation. If you watched that movie when it came out and somebody told you this guy is going to be nominated for multiple Oscars and win one, you would have punched whoever it was that was talking to you. Holy chewing scenery, Matthew.
Yeah.
He was certainly green when it came to his acting back then, and it was a little much. But that movie itself is a little all over the place. And why does he have like robotic parts to his leg, and like what is going on with him?
There's so much about that movie that's just the FBI is involved and the
Yeah.
Illuminati and
The Illuminati is always involved. What do you mean?
oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a triangle. No.
Did Hollywood make it? Then you have your answer.
No, and I agree with you. And he even drops in all right in that movie. And as you're watching, you're like, for fuck's sake, did you really just do that? He's got
Cut on the
Renee
brakes.
Zellweger in it too, though. Like
Yeah.
these two that
it was so
Another
bad
Oscar
that his like
his agent like tried to
was
stop
like,
it.
don't let, maybe we shouldn't put this one out there. Like, it's probably not good for you
Yeah.
for
Well,
people to see this.
In his defense, it could have been shot years before it was released, because there was that point he was in Dazed and Confused. That was around the
Right.
same time. He was a nobody in Angels in the Outfield. He was just a center fielder. I don't think he had a line at all. So like the timing of it all is really unique. Like if you read about Quentin Tarantino's timeline, From Dusk Till Dawn is actually like the first thing he wrote, and it's like the 6th movie that
Right.
he's a part of that gets released. So it's, Hollywood's weird. They put shit on the shelf, and things happen. Like that
Well,
damn
it's funny.
Amityville movie that was
Which
what's her
one?
face?
Amityville in space.
Oh no, with Bella
There's
Thorne.
the Amityville in space.
It was like, it's coming out in 2015, coming out in 2016, coming out in 2017. Just release it. Nobody cares.
Then next is just it's coming.
Someday.
Someday.
It's also funny because one of my favorite horror comedies of all time is a little ditty from the 90s called My Boyfriend's Back.
Oh,
And-
I remember that.
Matthew McConaughey is an extra in that movie. He's a guy in the movie theater that's like, isn't that the girl dating the zombie boy? Like he just has this one little line in it. And like you watch it now and you're like, that's Matthew McConaughey. It's just like an extra in the background of a movie. That Philip Seymour Hoffman is, there's a lot of good actors in that movie, and then none of them are the lead. Like everybody's
Yeah.
just background and extras.
I love movies like that where you're like, what the casting
Yes.
director needs to get shot because they missed.
You might
I'm
like
more
The
than
Hunger.
one. Yes. If you guys get the chance, watch My Boyfriend's Back. And just when they get to the movie theater, he's like, ain't that girl dating that zombie boy? Like, what the fuck?
Is that
Okay.
what?
All right. They look familiar. So for me, my number 5, Brett Toohey, who plays Scott Terrell, the next door neighbor in Lake Mungo. or not Lake Mungo. Is that what it's called? No, the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, Lake Mungo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the found
I
footage film.
No experience.
I don't want to get spoilery with it. Then at first I thought I
It's
picked the
like-
wrong
it's
title.
all right.
then.
Scariest. It's supposed to be like one of the scariest.
Yeah.
My
Um,
assumption here is he's an asshole, so
He,
that's already spoiled.
He's a very bad person.
he's a very, very bad person in this film.
Oh, very.
very, very.
Yeah.
Mm.
You.
Like misdemeanor.
Like
it's
directed
felony.
Jeepers Creepers bad or
Yeah.
oh.
He sleeps
Oh.
with a younger
I was-
person. That's
mm.
yeah.
Mm.
He sleeps with his underage babysitter, and his underage babysitter ends up going missing, and he is caught in their house trying to find the tape of them sleeping together to hide the evidence of what he did to this underage girl. And
Ah.
he's just a
Politician.
fucking yes. He is a despicable character.
Mm.
Probably has a the black card of the Illuminati. Yeah, he's a bad guy, man. Like he's just a fucking bad guy. So, you watch the movie. I have kids, and I watch a film like this, and it's just like this is a person that they've grown up next door to their whole life. You trust your next door neighbors, and you get a bond with these people, and for them to take that kind of advantage of an underage child that is babysitting their children, it's a despicable human being to me. So the movie itself is decent enough. It's scary enough, but I couldn't get past that part. Like that part
Yeah.
just really
I didn't think
disgusted
it
me.
was as scary as everybody made it.
No, I
out
didn't
to
think it
be.
was scary either, but it was a fun movie. Like it was, kept me on the edge of my seat. But
Yeah.
It
I
sounds
think
like
got-
a blast.
I think it got built up too much. Right. So yeah, Lake Mungo, Scott Terrell, the neighbor for me. What's number 5 for you, my love?
Mine is Samuel, the little boy from the Babadook.
Babadook.
So, like, I don't know. I can't explain this kid. Like, I just feel bad for that mom that she has to deal with him. He's always like screaming, and like, I get that his dad died, and like, she really wasn't there for him. Like, she wasn't the loving mom that he probably needed. But God dang, give her a break. Like, please.
Medication
Give
for
that mom-
everybody.
Cinematic birth control. That's what he is.
Yes.
True, touche.
Seriously, his behavior is so bad, and it's like, I probably wouldn't want to hug you either. Like, you're a
Right.
brat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hug our kids, and they're all right.
I'd invest in a cage. Just
Yeah. Just throw him in the basement with that freaking monster.
Right. Babadook. Fine, take him. God, just shut up.
Yeah.
This is what you want, right? Pickle.
All right, so I'll catch up on the chat real quick. When you showed me that after, yes, I know, like it's amazing to watch that scene of Nancy's mom saying that. That is on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it.
Mhm.
Richard Brake and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 or Bud from the original Halloween 2. Both seem good to me. Lewis Creed in the original Pet Cemetery.
yeah, that's
Titus
overacting.
and yeah. Oh yeah. I still know what you. Oh my gosh, I don't think we even watched that one. I think I fell off before then. David from Shaun of the Dead.
Wait, the asylum?
Oh, that's the guy
Did
who
I
wants
watch
to
that one?
bang
we watched
Sean's.
the asylum.
Yeah, Liz.
Remember the
Yeah.
Is that the one where the mom or like the kid rapes the mom in the they're in the insane asylum?
what?
Silent
remember
G on
that
the
part.
Great.
I just remember that bot.
And I remember the psychiatrist guy like kidnaps her and like puts her in
It's his mom.
his mom.
We'll watch it
You're
again.
crazy.
You're grounded.
Yeah, Silent G on the Great. By the way, you don't want to get demonetized.
Oh, that's
You dropped
true
the
that.
R bomb.
I did. Thank you. That's very true. Have to go back and bleep that one. Yeah, the Illuminati's watching the stream now.
Grapes, that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make wine.
have
They're
a,
always watching Cody.
speaking of which, act now and get your free grape whistle. Everyone in Haddonfield and Halloween Kills. Evil dies tonight.
And we're gonna stay in town 4 years later.
How cheap is the mortgages in this town? God.
Well, they can't be too cheap because Michael's living in the sewer. He couldn't find a place. So,
Yo, that radio station is keeping that town alive, baby.
right. A lot of people still listening to that.
That 94.9 on the FM radio there.
Still making a killing. The Boyfriend in the Bed and Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
Lake Mungo is on Tubi. I'll stop right there, Ken, because this movie sounds like the comedy Sex Tape with Amy Adams. Never seen that one.
Mm-mm.
He's the boyfriend. Yeah, Trey. Hey, Sledgehammer. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hey.
Thanks for stopping in. They were always there. There's Tatum. All right, guys. So we are up now to number 4, and that'll be you starting us off, CP.
Freddie Harris, also known as Busta Rhymes from Halloween Resurrection. Like, do I have to say anything else? Anything else?
Dangertainment, baby.
Yeah.
Woof.
But he learned all those skills just from watching movies.
He made Liu
Like, he
Kang
was-
noises when he was fighting Michael Myers.
It was karate.
You know what?
Jamie-
You just
Laurie
CP, you
Strode gets knocked off in seconds, and Busta Rhymes gets a full Bruce Lee segment, and it's just no.
You just gave a PSA as to why Jason could totally take out Michael Myers. If
Why?
Busta Rhymes
Why?
could take
do
out
you-
Michael, then Michael
I
has
didn't
a
say it.
chance with Jason.
You
Busta
said it,
didn't
not
die-
me.
Or Michael didn't die though.
Oh, he didn't?
He didn't die. And has Jason ever versed Busta?
No.
No. So
Ja-
let's see
Oh,
that
good
fight
call.
before you make this assumption,
Yeah.
Jason has standards.
because he knows karate.
My number 4 is a cheat because it's a whole group of people, and this could probably be filed under the most
It's all
despicable
of us.
of my list. And it is the opening group that kills Adrian in It Chapter 2.
Mm.
I feel like those kids were just a bunch of dumb fucks that, did something that happens every day, unfortunately, and attacked 2 people that were in love because they were homosexual. And I think this hits a little harder for me because a very, very good friend of mine that is homosexual went and seen this movie in the theaters, and people were laughing and cheering during this moment. And he was genuinely hurt. Like, as a human being, he was genuinely torn up about this moment. And that's just something, ever since he told me that story, it's just something that's stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I don't, as somebody that's not in that community, very supportive, but I couldn't imagine how I would feel in that moment. A bunch of people laughing and joking and cheering at something like that. I can't imagine what would happen. Even me as a straight white guy in the theater at that moment would be like, what the fuck? Are you guys serious right now? Because that's me. I'm that guy in the movie that's like, yo, shut the fuck up. You up there, sit down, shut the fuck up. So I can't imagine what I would have done in that situation. I get mad when people are talking, let alone if
That's on
something
the
like
audience. I mean, you can certainly, especially in the horror genre, make somebody root for somebody to die, but it's certainly not earned in what you're
Right.
referencing. If the character that were killed, was obnoxious and
Exactly.
got that response, that'd be one thing. But you're right. It's just, guys, progress. We're gonna make progress here. for fuck's
exactly.
sake.
And for a bunch of people in a theater to sit there and cheer about
Yeah.
2 homosexual men getting killed just on the fact of their sexuality,
Yeah.
it broke my heart when he told me that story. So I think that's why whenever I think about the most despicable characters in a movie, those people jump to the front of my mind. And it's just because of what they did was despicable, but what happened in real life brought it up even more. So
Mhm.
that's my number 4. What about you, my love?
So my number 4 is also a despicable human being, and that is John Strode from The Curse of Michael Myers. That guy's an asshole. Like, he treats his whole family like shit. Like, he slaps his daughter. He acts like his wife's his maid. Like, he comes in after work like, oh, I don't have no dinner. Like, get your own dinner. You're a grown-ass man.
Rest in peace, King.
Yeah, I knew you would say something. So when he got electrocuted until his head blew up, I was like, yeah, good way to go, Michael. Yes. He was a
Yeah,
bad.
that's a perfect example of when you can cheer for someone's death.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
sure.
Yes.
So, how about you, Dice? What's your number 4?
I actually had to do a little bit of shuffling around at this point because I realized something. Again, I guess this is kind of depends on your opinion kind of thing as to if this fits in horror. I kind of think it does, but practically all the campers and counselors, with the exception of the outcasts from Camp Chippewa, Addams Family Values.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That
Yes.
right there,
Pulling a family movie out of your ass. Holy
Well,
shit.
that is
Love it.
my nightmare. That's what that is. Horrifying. We're gonna put you in a place where we have all blonde, very happy, very chipper people. No.
So I'm not
It
seeing why
worked
you
in
wouldn't fit
Germany.
in.
I don't know what your problem is.
Oh my god.
I think worked is not the right word.
Well, they were onto something, and then they just messed up.
So, someone got Kanye on speed dial.
I didn't use. I'm not even speaking about a particular time frame. I'm just. Oh boy.
No trigger words were used. Abort.
All right. I stepped over.
I'm
a
going to
line
bed.
by about 5 feet.
All right, guys, we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we get into our bronze medal. Eddie Furlonger, really? I
Oh,
love
Clancy
those two.
Brown.
Clancy
When
Brown.
Clancy Brown was eating the mashed potato, it's so good.
Oh.
Everybody, please share the stream and push that like button. We very much appreciate it. Thank you, Tatum.
Tatum doing hard work.
Yes,
Tatum is
Chloe
an
from
OG.
Slender Man.
She is.
Oh yeah, she is. She's been here for a long time. She's one of our favorites. Oh, we got another Freddy from Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige from House of Wax.
Freddy.
Is that
Oh, you
Is that
Paris Hilton?
Yep.
Yeah.
You knocked that shit right off, Ashton. Jason can body jump folks. So how about he body jumps Michael, and the two are constantly fighting over control? That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I would never cast a movie based on representation. You know what? And that's how it's always been. You look at George Romero when he cast for Night of the Living Dead. He didn't go into that to cast Ben as a black man. Dwayne came in, was the best person for the role, and George Romero was like, "That's who I'm picking because he's amazing."
That's
I
all
think-
that matters.
yes.
Whoever is best for the role.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters.
David, Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, that guy's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, because Shaun of the Dead, I cry every time I watch that movie. And right after, when David tries to shoot Shaun after his mom dies, I'm like, fuck this guy, man. Like, fuck this guy.
The click. You're like, oh.
He pulled the trigger.
You're a twunt.
Yeah, a major twunt. Hey, T. Parker.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
My God.
Walmart.
Number 4, Morton and his whole asshole crew from last.
His whole asshole.
Whoa, the entirety.
Yeah,
The whole thing.
yeah, it's ugh. Melissa Parr from Friday the 13th part. Oh, that's a good choice. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like
the stuck up blonde.
the last house on the left, I shut off. You guys know, sexual assault is my trigger. That was too much for me. It made me want to fucking
have
cry.
a series just explicitly devoted to stuff like that, and
Yep.
France seems to love it. Ugh.
Yes,
They want someone else to suffer for them.
right. I'm pleased I don't work in cinema anymore. My job was to shine and torch and shush people. I would love to do that. Oh, I would love to do that. I hate camps when they try to convert you to their way of life. Any camp like that's just completely fucking disgusting. Unless it's heavyweights, because I wanted to jump on that bouncy thing. That looked fun. But besides that, nah.
And they had all their candy and stuff hidden.
Yes.
They
Love
they
heavyweights.
really had an opportunity with them to make something powerful, and it's just so bland. It just exists.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't
there.
pop up.
Yeah.
And one of our friends is in the movie.
Really?
Quaitran is in the movie, and they're the one that is in the shower and gets caught and is like, "Why didn't you tell us the truth?" That's Quay. And I wanted to love the movie because our friend's in the movie, and I couldn't.
If
couldn't love it,
nothing
even though I
else,
wanted to.
It's bringing representation, like a diverse representation, more to the forefront. So if nothing else, at least it's doing that.
Yeah.
I was glad I
it
didn't
definitely
think
did.
it was just.
Yeah, Black
just
Christmas 2019 is like.
Yeah.
You're,
Don't
you're,
even.
you're, you're making the mouth breathers right when you do shit like this. This is bad.
Well, I think the thing that made me the most mad about Black Christmas 2019, if you want to do the whole men are evil thing, it is what it is. 90% of us are. But don't make it because of some black goo that came from a statue. You're completely ruining what you're talking about. It's not the men that are evil. It's this chemical that's making them evil. Like
Ken,
you're contradicting yourself.
Emily, who is LGBTQ plus, 15 minutes into the movie, we paid for tickets. She said, "I want to go home." And I was like, "We have to review this. What are you talking?
I don't care.
Stay. They're
She
gonna
says,
think
"You
that
gotta
I
stay."
hate it."
Just let me know. Let me know how it
Yeah.
ends. Yeah.
Just
Take notes.
Right. Tatum did just celebrate 5 months as a Sledgehammer horror member.
Oh, that's so
Thank
awesome.
you, Tatum.
Hey.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Hey, Nene.
Hey, Nene.
Yeah. If you say, oh my God, don't even
Ooh.
joke about that. That's the last thing I need to hear.
So could we just
I'm
say
just so tired
Candyman
of Paul.
instead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll stick with Candyman.
I would rather have him come get me.
That's why we love movies too, buddy.
Yes.
Imagine an R-rated film of child. Oh, Toy Story. I would love an R-rated Toy Story.
Is
I would
that
love
not what is
Child's Play?
evil toys?
Oh, Evil Toys.
Demonic toys.
Puppet
Demonic
Master?
toys.
Yeah, there we go.
That too. The Puppet Master.
I wish I was that good looking. All right, so we are up to number 3, and that'll be me starting us off. Wings Hauser's Strom, the police officer, the main police officer in Tales from the Hood. You know, the one that's like, you know, hey, piss on that grave. You know, like that guy, he's just. And it's, again, we talk about, you know, keeping politics out of movies because it's woke or whatever. This movie was 1994, and it was doing, you know, stuff like this. It was a total callback to the, I can't think of the incident out in California. Why can't I think of his name?
Rodney King.
The Rodney King incident, you know, and it was totally all about, and I personally believe that Tales from the Hood is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. The ending scared me as a kid. So much about this movie was just so amazing to me. But, you know, I watch it now as an adult, and there's so many messages throughout the movie that I didn't even pick up on as a kid, you know, whether it be child abuse or spousal abuse, extreme racism, you know, police brutality. And for me, I see all these things, and it's sad to me that even back then you didn't have Twitter or Facebook or whatever to promote it, but it's always been there. So you can use the term woke, which everybody knows I don't like that fucking word. I've never liked that term. I think it's fucking
People
stupid.
misuse it at times too.
They do.
All the time, yeah.
And if you want to say that a movie that promotes a message is woke, then, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, horror's been doing this since horror started.
Yeah.
All of horror has always had some sort of subtext to what's going on with society. So it's
that's what makes it scary.
Right.
Because there's that realism involved with it. So, but Wings Hauser's character of Strom in that movie, there was 2 different ways I could have went with this one. It was either Strom or the guy that was running for governor that dropped the N-bomb all the time, which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
It was a toss-up between these two, but I just feel like I had to watch. Huh?
I said Nashville?
Yeah. Ugh, don't say it live. I don't know. It really bummed me out to see. It's something that had to be done. You know, they wanted to show that representation, and you watch him, you know, in between the scenes, how he's apologizing all the time for all the stuff that he was saying that was so evil and disgusting. So yeah, it's one of those movies that I still love to this day. I love the message behind it, but I am so scared of that movie. Even now when I watch it, the welcome to hell motherfuckers scares me so bad, because that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to have to see Snaky Tongue, and I'm going to be like, it's hot. You know, and it's not going to work. But yeah,
I'll be down there going.
Always scared me. Like, guys, help! You'll get used to it.
We still can't.
Yeah.
High five, Lisa. Okay.
So what's your number 3, babe?
My number 3 is Trent from Friday the 13th remake.
Hey.
He's just he's cringy.
Do you want water?
No, you can just have mine. Oh, anyways.
Is he coming back in cosplay?
You never know what you're gonna get with him.
Comes back wearing a mask. Nobody addresses it.
Yeah, that's just normal. So anyways, he doesn't ever help his friends or like outside, like probably getting killed by Jason, and he's just like, oh, let him go, you know. And he is really controlling over his girlfriend, and then he cheats on her with a girl with a nicely placed tits, and he's just he's really cringe and just a douche.
Yeah.
So I can't stand that guy.
When you think of rich asshole, like, or again, white privilege, like it's his house, guys, don't put your feet on the couch, like everything he says, it's just like, oh my god, you're a stereotype of everything everybody hates.
Right. You and your polo and your khaki shorts and yes.
Highly priced automobile that your father bought you.
Yeah, daddy bought your car. Yeah, he's
I've got
for 3 minutes. You guys were talking about me that much?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You're
all
not
good
close to
things,
that
of
guy.
course.
Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't imagine because I would
not be with me.
No.
All right.
Okay, and just to say, I don't hate people that like to wear polos. and
it's just you have a type. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's not our fault.
All right. So, Dice, would you like to give us your number 3?
Sure. Once again, kind of goes with my number 4. Some people consider this horror, some don't. I every once in a while throw it in there. So, Kitty Farmer from Donnie Darko.
Oh, totally a horror movie.
I cannot stand.
Oh, Sparkle Motion? Is that
yes.
who?
Well,
Yeah.
Sparkle something. Sparkle something. I don't know.
Isn't it Sparkle Motion, the dance group? Is that who we're talking about? The woman who blows up in Speed?
Yes. She was also in Willy's Wonderland as the sheriff. She's versatile. I can't stand a character like that, especially when she shows up at the Darko household after things were revealed and is an apologist. No, get the fuck out of here! Yank your hair out, okay?
Yeah, it's a despicable human being.
And not to mention her whole. I would consider this even like a not so subtly veiled conversion thing she was doing in class that Donnie was having no part of.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, and I completely agree with you. Completely agree. And the fact that people can even say that that's not a horror movie, I don't see where you can not see that as a horror movie. I think everything about Donnie Darko's horror.
At the very least, very, very gothic, you know.
Brian, my friend of mine, Brian Lomax, says it horror is what the person's watching perceives. Like Saving Private Ryan is horror to veterans with PTSD. That
it's very
can be
subjective.
horror. Yeah. It's all that's everything's subjective. That's the beauty about art. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
I perceive Hallmark Christmas movies as horror, but for a different reason.
Right.
As I watched Grinch like 4 times today.
Yeah.
Well, Grinch is fine. Grinch is different. That's not right. It's Hallmark, you know what I mean?
So, how about you, CP? What's your number 3?
All right, I got a duo. From the most listed franchise tonight, Ethel and Junior from Friday the 13th 3. Holy shit.
Wait, Friday 5?
3.
The
the woman with the stew.
Oh, at the beginning.
Yeah, and he's driving around in the backyard on a motorcycle because reasons, and she's pissed and spitting in his stew and just come and get your stew or whatever the hell her line is, and she's just dropping F-bombs. They own the grocery store, I think.
Yeah.
Too,
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, she only spits in her loved one's food, so there's that.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah.
Like
my daddy never knows when I spit in his food.
I have people that have the polar opposite reaction, like, but she's so funny because she's like cursing and she's all foul mouthed, and I'm like, is that really all you need from your characters?
You're very easily entertained. All right.
I hate being a representative of this franchise.
Quick, start talking a lot about something else. Quick.
Right.
Do like I do, Phantom of the Paradise. Ah.
Yeah. People like, CP, why do you like Friday the 13th? I don't know. I don't know.
I'll check back with you after that question. Thank you.
I have mommy issues.
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Well, what I love about Friday the 13th is like everybody can say that it's just mindless slasher violence. And it is. I love it. It's mindless slasher violence. And that's what I love about it.
Mhm.
So real quick, we'll catch up on the chat before we get to our number 2.
Collectively,
Steph.
all of our.
Hey, Steph.
What's up, buddy? Nice to see you, love. The Pandygar, the candy bar girl from the Purge election year, Bert and Cabin Fever. That's who it was in Tales from the Hood. Corbin Benson.
Yep.
How do they get these nifty little circle S things? Are those
The
emojis?
channel members, sir.
Yeah, those are the channel member emojis.
Yes. Custom, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, I gotta get on that. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. That way I could be a member to yours as well. Bitch. You need to
You'll
get
get a
on
special little badge.
I need a circle
Yeah.
that looks like an S.
Scotty doesn't know, so don't tell Scotty.
Wait, what is I'm sorry to completely derail. What is it? It looks like a bloody hand. Is that what the emoji is?
Yeah, there's a couple different ones. There's the bloody hand, there's the sledgehammer horse skull. There's a couple different ones that you can choose.
I'm flabbergasted. I didn't know that.
Don't you say a word about Jeff, okay? I would have moved. I would have moved slower.
Motherfucking Jeff.
I would have moved slower than
Yeah.
Jeff. If those are the people that killed my son and let the guy go for free, I would have been going so. Oh, you need help? I've been Kermit the Frog. That ain't my business.
Your arms are getting twisted and your head is getting twisted.
That's what I gotta say. But like people talk about Jeff, I'm like, Jeff's a better man than me because I'd have gone even slower. I'd have just taken a nap. Hey, yes, we've gone back way back. And stick around, Steph, because before we do our number 1, we will show the clip one more time. You guys aren't going to want to miss it because the third time makes it even better. Is that right? We are up to our number 2, and that'll be you starting us off, my love.
All right. My number 2 is Mrs. Carmody from The Mist. Yes. What? Why?
Stephanie just says she wants a coffee cup.
Oh, okay. I was like, that has nothing to do with the Mist. So she is the religious woman that pretty much takes advantage of everybody and is like the chosen one. And she tries to take his son. And I love what's the name? Ollie. He shoots her, and he's like, "If there was any other way," and he's like, "That's why I said thank you, Ollie."
Thank you, Ollie.
I love that so much. Like she is over the top, like pushing her worship.
Oh, she's a bitch.
Yeah, she sucks.
Like
so
she's definitely one of the worst characters of any movie ever.
Yeah, I wonder what your number 1 is.
I'm telling you right now. Dead serious. She is not my number 1.
She's not on your list?
She's not my number 1.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that much. So you're talking about The Mist and Mrs. Carmody.
Yeah.
If that gives you any hint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the original Karens.
Yeah. For fuck's sake. You're not lying.
Sure.
So what about you, Dice? What's your number 2?
My number 2 was already mentioned, actually, I think a few times. Harry Cooper from Night of the Living Dead. Either one.
Yeah.
Dice and I have the same one. I think.
Could be.
If I compared our lists the way I think I did.
Since I sent you the look over my shoulder cheat sheet.
Yeah. I didn't want to step on toes. I wanted to be a little prepared. So sorry. Go ahead, Dice. For those of you who don't know, I have a neurological disorder. So the stopgap, I just
there is no filter.
Yeah,
You're good.
I'm not rude. I just Well, I am rude, but
But that was by choice.
I have to catch myself sometimes.
My thing is, I love having you here.
Yeah.
Anytime I've gotten the chance to work with you, CP, this is not the first time that we've worked together.
Mhm.
And I can tell you right now, it won't be the last. And any chance, whether it was with
That's what you think. I'm going out tonight.
I'm gone. I'm deleting all my socials.
whether it was here or Cody's channel or your channel, anytime we get to work with you, it's fucking amazing, man. So, you know,
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't have to explain
Yeah.
yourself.
well, I just want the people in the chat. The fucking guy in the hat just keeps cutting everybody off. It's. I know. I'm not doing it on purpose. Apologies, Dice. Please take over.
Well, I think everybody's pretty much already mentioned he's a racist, bigoted asshole who doesn't give a shit about anybody else. That's enough.
Yeah.
Are we
That's
still
enough
talking
for
about
number 2.
CP?
Thank you. No. Actually, ironically, he doesn't check all those boxes.
There's a few I can probably fill. in.
Step it up, CP. Goddamn.
What about you, CP? What's your number 2?
All right, so I span both film and television with this character, and it is Tiffany / Jennifer Tilly in Seed of Chucky and Chucky season 2.
Oh my god.
Another
People were
person
too
that I
stunned
have
to speak.
shared a room with. I've played poker with Jennifer Tilly, but
Oh, that's awesome.
she should stick to poker
He doesn't
because
think it's awesome.
no, yeah, she's quite good at poker, which I don't understand why she's still acting because she can make a hell of a lot more money playing poker than doing whatever the fuck she's doing in Chucky. Oh,
Man.
oh, too
Send
much.
your hate now.
Just too much, especially like this last season of Chucky. I mean, it's really fresh, so I don't want to spoil anything, but listen, if I need a roadmap to figure out who's what character and like when your universe gets like really, really bonkers and then you have like these meta moments where a movie within the franchise actually happened in that universe and like I tried figuring out certain elements of Jennifer Tilly / Tiffany's character, and it hurt. It genuinely hurt from a movie that started about a guy who possessed a doll and he needed to get out of the doll and into a kid. That was the theme for 3 straight movies. They had continuity, and then they said, well, let's get a little crazy with the cheese whiz. But
So-
Everyone needs a life to make things,
It's-
better.
Bride of
It's
Chucky, she's
CP.
fine.
Right.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
It's CP Wiliscredia, PO Box 286, New York, New York.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine in it. I have this ongoing thing with Cody where Don Mancini appears to have good, bad, good, bad, good, bad because Curse was well, Bride was good, Seed not so much. Curse was good, Cult less so. Chucky season 1 good. Chucky season 2. Who the fuck gave
It's
this
a
guy
little wonky.
a
It's a
camera?
little
It is definitely
Yeah, it's a tad bit.
right. I will say this though, season 2 of Chucky had one of my favorite moments in the whole franchise. I will say that a moment that really genuinely surprised me. And just to give you, I'm not going to spoil it because, like you said, it's very fresh. But
Yeah.
it was
The confession.
Devin Sawa's confession in
Oh.
episode 7.
Yep.
That was a beautiful moment to me. I genuinely got teary-eyed watching that moment. Beautiful, beautiful moment in a overall season that wasn't the best, to put
Right.
it mildly.
Yeah.
That moment to me felt very real, and I really, really felt during that moment. So I
Yeah.
thought that was a very good add-in right there. So
Yeah, I mean, Don Mancini's done a hell of a job, talking about and promoting the inclusion that he has in the series. But at the same time, he kind of takes jabs at mental health and addiction during series 2, where it's just like, dude, you don't get a free pass because you're being inclusive. You can't you can't have a character who's going through some serious addiction and then have Jennifer Tilly joke about being addicted to murder and chocolate. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's a
Right.
serious topic to people.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Well, and not just that, but you also have in the same vein. We'll save that for another time. We'll save that for another time because they also reference Bride of Chucky in
Yeah,
this.
right.
I got extremely pissed when
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah,
Right.
that didn't make any sense to me.
That genuinely made
Exactly.
me very, very mad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Roadmap.
Yeah.
I need a roadmap.
yeah. So we'll cut it off there. My number 2, funny enough, my love, is Marcia Gay Harden's Mrs. Carmody in The Mist.
Wow.
She just is a despicable character.
Mhm.
She's a despicable character that tries to use the Lord to her advantage in a situation where she knows that she can win by doing so.
A completely
She's scaring
unbelievable
all
character,
the
too. by the
town
way.
folk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he chose me.
Yes. And it's just it's very disgusting.
He chose you to get shot.
Right.
Freaking.
Right. Thank
Crazy.
you, Ollie. Rest
Yes.
in peace, King. She's just a gross character to me. Like she gets that guy killed
The young
and
one.
sacrifices him.
Well, and
the-
she tries to sacrifice.
She tries to kill the little boy,
Little boy.
but she didn't. That's why she's so far on the list. If she would have killed the boy,
Oh,
she wouldn't have made the
I
list.
see
She'd have
where
been
you're
okay.
getting. I see.
But since she killed the army guy and sacrificed him, it was disgusting, despicable moment. So that's my number 2. So before we get to our number 1s, I want to catch up on the chat first. Mark Hoffman from Saw.
Yeah.
Nice. Glenn Glenda at number 2.
Really?
From
Ooh.
Seed,
Ow.
I'm hoping. Because
Yeah,
series
gotta be
2, they were
Seed.
probably the best part.
Agreed.
Absolutely. The
They-
human Glenda.
They did a great job
Yes,
as playing
they-
both the
they
male
did.
and female roles. They were awesome. Loved
And
it.
as somebody who suffered through trauma
Sid.
with parents, it's very believable what Glenn and Glenda are doing throughout the season. That's the one through line in
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
2
I
where
agree
it's
with
just
that,
like
yeah.
Glenn Glenda are on point.
Mm-hmm.
I was genuinely sad with
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
it's fresh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you sub to Wiliscredia. Make sure you sub to Dice Rollen. If
Checks
this is
in
your
the
first time
mail,
here at
Tatum.
Sledgehammer Horror, hit that sub button.
Pointy.
You know where that check is coming from? It's coming from CP at Wiliscredia, PO Box 286.
But it's just an opinion, and
I know.
I'm
No,
a Friday
I know.
guy, and I think we've listed every movie in the Friday the 13th franchise.
I think so.
My thing is,
There's a lot of hated characters on Friday.
it's obviously,
There is.
obviously,
I support
even had one.
Chucky.
right.
This is
Inclusivity.
TV shit merch.
My favorite franchise of all time is a Child's Play franchise. So if I'm, we're here to have fun. Not everybody's gonna think the same way, and if they did, it would be boring. These
Right.
these lives would be nothing but fucking boredom. So I love the fact that we don't all think the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun
It
to
is.
challenge one another, and if we all thought the same, that would be terrible.
This would be boring.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This would be
It'd be
boring.
scary.
there'd be no conversation, just nodding.
Right. See, there it is.
You don't want to think the things that I.
I like how carefully chose the movie to dislike Jennifer so that Cody Leach doesn't roundhouse your ass. That's awesome. Cody's somewhere right now, like, God, my fucking ear. He's bringing up Jennifer.
Nah, I was in Cody's ear a little bit, so during
Right.
this season, at the very least,
Sending messages back and forth.
yeah. I didn't mention curse. I didn't mention bride.
Would you like to
but-
go to that dinner party, Cody? Oh, it's funny. Yeah, the scene with Devin Sawa was it was so good. That was so good. I don't mind Cult of Chucky either. I think there was genuine funny moments in it. I think that Cult of Chucky would have been better if it came directly after Seed. Throwing Curse in the middle of those
Yes.
two completely
Yes.
ruined what Cult did.
Yep.
I agree with you. Curse to me was like, wow, we're back to form. It's gothic. It's scary.
The tone is
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
It like it's just like, dude, make up your mind. What are we doing?
Yeah. So, yes, we are about to show the clip, Steph. Before we do our number 1, I feel like a character would fit in Romero's zombie universe because. Oh, okay. We're talking about Mrs. Carmody. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
Friday the 13th remake, I defend. A lot of people's least favorite. I don't mind the remake. I don't think it's the best, but I don't think it's the worst Friday the 13th movie. I've seen Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason Goes to Hell's top 3, by the way.
you almost said Jason Goes
I
to
know,
Hell.
just because I'm so used to defending that movie that
Please tell us how you really feel.
Have
Jason
you
Goes to Hell's
seen
one of the
Have you
best.
seen The Hidden?
Have I seen what?
The Hidden
The Hidden?
from 1987. Go watch The Hidden from 1987.
Okay.
And remember, 1987
Is
is
it?
6 years before 1993.
Oh. Now I'm worried.
It's Jason Goes to Hell without Jason.
Oh, then I
essentially.
don't want to watch that.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I will definitely check it out though. All right. Inserts Arthur Fist. Yes. All right, guys. So I did promise we are going to get to our number one, but before we do, for those of you that came in late, we've showed it twice already. So a third time's a charm for you that have seen it. Dice and CP are like, God damn it. But we're going to show the clip one more time and just a little backstory.
Keep finding things to pick at.
The first movie that I've been a part of as a speaking role, main role, not main, but a decent enough size role. Bride of Killer Pinata. It's making its theatrical run right now. It's in festivals right now. It will be coming to Amazon Prime once the festival run is over. Here is a short clip, a short teaser of my role in the film.
Keep this thing in the basement?
What else is the basement good for? Besides a sex dungeon. Bingo.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Grabbing the target.
That thing has killed like 1,000 people.
It's a pinata. That's their fault. What next? CP's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I was so scared I jumped off camera.
But yeah, again, guys, that will be on Amazon Prime soon. Obviously, follow us on social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can stay up to date on it. We'll let you know when it's coming out then. So
The
like I
sex
said-
dungeon part 2. I want to know the lead-in. Like, Creepy Cody, I'm with you. I hear sex dungeon, and I'm like, all right, what? That's the punchline. What's the setup?
Trust me, there is definitely a setup there.
Literally.
All right, guys. So we are going to do our number ones now, and Dice, you'll be starting us off if you wouldn't mind. I know that like CP, I know you didn't really have your list in a chronological order, but if you
I
could,
did.
yeah, go from your honorable mentions all the way down to number one.
Oh
All right.
shit!
Like I said, CP, I know that you were kind of just spitballing.
Right. Honorable mentions for me were Dwayne from Psycho 3, every character in Birdemic. No explanation why on that, you know. Ed from Return of the Living Dead 2, specifically. Mercy and Jonas from The Witch, or for some of you, perhaps The Village. Any character who uses religion to orchestrate blame on someone else. Again, please see The Mist. Billy or Judy's little brother from the original Night of the Demons. And at number 10, I had the original Barbara from Night of the Living Dead. Every character except, perhaps, Professor Clayton and Diamond in Smiley, as with a Y. Judy from Sleepaway Camp at number 8. 7 was Mayor Vaughn from Jaws. 6 was Mika from Paranormal Activity. 5 was Dr. Ben Harmon from...
Dice, we lost you.
You don't say.
From
Oh, drum roll.
we're left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Shit. What number was I at?
We lost you at Ben Harmon.
Okay, yeah, Ben Harmon, Murder House, and all of the campers and counselors, with the exception of the outcasts from Camp Chippewa, Adam's Family Values. Just to throw a real interesting one in there. Kitty from Donnie Darko, and Harry Cooper from both Night of the Living Dead movies.
Hold on. I'm gonna put something on the count of 3, Dice. I want you to say what your number 1 is, okay? I'm
Okay.
putting the movie that it's from. I'm gonna hit enter. And I want to see if I got it right. So on the
Okay.
count of 3, you say your number 1, and I'm gonna hit enter, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Annie Hardy.
Yep. Yeah, we all might as well just talk about it because it's mine as well.
So, going back to what we had originally said at the beginning of the stream, never before have I wished a character die quickly.
I want to say real quick, I just want to interject because I didn't put this on my list because Dice, I knew it was going to be on yours. So I did not put this person on my list. And this is why I didn't. Because I don't feel like this is a character in a movie. I feel like this is who this person is.
That's scary.
So this
That makes
yes,
it worse.
way, way worse. This person is a despicable, lowest life form type of human being. And I'm not the right person to talk about this character. I am not. You know, I'm just being
Send
honest.
in the gays.
It's just like I feel like I'm pandering if I, you know what I mean? And I just want it to be genuine. Like I wanted to leave this for you two. Like this is something that, you know, Dice, this is something that you can really, really go balls deep on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so
How much time do we have? Yeah.
Balls
Just
deep, 5 fingers, whatever. You just get it all
an
in.
entire fist, maybe a foot.
Yeah.
And truly, I really don't throw certain words around when it comes to my experience, especially with horror. Rarely will I say hate. I might say strongly dislike. But another word that I don't think I've ever really used in reference to a horror character is insufferable.
Mhm.
But she was absolutely insufferable. And like you said, it would be one thing if she were just really playing a part. Then it would be, okay, wow, you know, you really made me hate this character. Well done. But I actually went and looked after watching the movie for the first time. That was a struggle, number one. But after watching it, I actually went to her Twitter. I found her Twitter to confirm what other people were saying, to see, are they exaggerating, or is this really her? It's really her, with maybe a couple of minor exceptions from the movie portrayal. It is her.
Right.
And my God, I am so sorry to the entirety of the internet that she's out there. I don't
really
appreciate.
bums me out because I really like Jed, the guy that wrote and directed the movie.
I liked Host.
Yeah, Host
What
was
happened?
amazing.
yeah.
Do not like. Thank you.
As somebody who's spent a fair amount of time in Europe and probably will be moving to the United Kingdom, she's such a stereotype of you know what makes a non-crazy American hang their head in shame. Like we're not all like this. Like seriously, guys, this isn't us. And like it takes place during COVID, and she's just like, first of all, how do you get a flight to the UK during COVID? But whatever. Just flaunting the mask thing in another country, like it's just again, she plays into every arrogant American stereotype overseas, and like overdoes it. Like she insufferable is probably the perfect word. She's just fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
And if she's really like that, that's
disappointing.
That's fucked.
It is.
Really
And
fucked.
I think that's the biggest reason, because I said at the beginning, like a lot of the people that I put on my list, I respect the actors, and obviously they did such a great job to make me hate them. I don't respect her. I don't respect the human being that she is. It's unfortunate that we can't move past a lot of these things now. You know, Earth has existed for 2,000 years now. Why can't we move past this stuff? You know, we're in the year 2022, so
It's also flat, by the way.
Oh yeah. The Earth is
flat
flat.
Earth
yeah.
has existed for 2,000 years. Damn it.
You know, there are people who are flat earthers around the world.
But yeah, I just felt like I don't like that human being and what they represent as a human being. So that's why I didn't put them on this silly list. And for somebody like you, Dice, and I'm not trying to be derogatory or negative, that impact on you would be, you know, even stronger than what I feel. You know, so I wanted to leave that floor to you because you deserve that right to be able to express how you feel, and it's going to be make a lot more sense than how I feel towards it. So that's why. Trust me, I'm on your side. Fuck her, but that's where we're at with that.
Mary Hart or Annie Hardy.
Right. So my list, my honorable mentions were Lee Winnell's Adam and Saw, and Paul Partain's Franklin and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 10 was PJ Byrne, Isaac from Final Destination. 9, Barbara from the original Night of the Living Dead. 8, Trent from the Friday the 13th remake. 7, Juno from The Descent. 6, Peter from Black Christmas. 5, Scott Terrell from Lake Mungo. 4, the obnoxious, disgusting group at the beginning of it, Chapter 2. 3, Strom from Tales from the Hood. 2, Marcia Gay Harden, Mrs. Carmody, In the Mist. And my number 1 has not been mentioned in the chat. It has not been mentioned in the panel. It takes place in a movie that was filmed in the D.
Southside Detroit.
And that is Justin Long's AJ in Barbarian. This motherfucker. Oh my gosh. Like when I started watching this movie, I see it's Justin Long. And I'm like, oh, badass. Justin. I love Justin Long. I didn't even realize he was in the movie, really.
Dude, he's like
the trailer gave you nothing.
Second half, he starts coming in, or a third act.
Right. And then you find out that he's been accused of something heinous. And his reaction, you're like, oh my God, like he didn't do this, you know, like he's genuinely caught off guard. And then, you know, his friend calls him and he answers the phone. Hey, what's up? Derogatory term for a gay person. And you're like, whoa, hold on, slow down. And then he meets up with the guy and he's like, so what's up, man? I know what the papers say. I know what the internet says, but what do you say? What happened that night? And he's like, all right, man, I fucked her. Yeah, I fucked her, man. It just took a little bit of convincing. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. You totally did this.
Yeah, immediately.
Yes. And it's so upsetting to me to watch. And again, I love Justin Long. I was sold the minute I seen Justin Long on screen. I was like, yes. And as the movie goes, and that's not even the worst of what he does. You know,
he like tries to redeem himself.
Yeah, you think he's redeemed himself, and then he goes right back off the cliff again. And you're like, oh, you mother, I hate you.
Yeah, like he's one of those people that just can't take accountability for his actions.
Yes, perfectly said. And I don't want to spoil the movie because it's so fresh and it's so good, everybody. It's on HBO Max if you haven't seen it. And I want to say this movie, unfortunately, will not be getting a physical release. Disney nixed any physical release on Barbarian. It won't be happening. Disney owns Barbarian, and they will not be releasing it on physical media. And I am heartbroken because I was dying to see some of the behind the scenes, and I wanted to hear the commentary. Because look, not only was this movie filmed in Detroit, which you all know how special that is to me, all the characters that are in it, and then I would love to get commentary because the guy that wrote and directed it is one of the guys from The Whitest Kids You Know. You're like, I wanted to watch that and see, you know, this guy that went from The Whitest Kids You Know to Miss March to Barbarian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Jordan Peele's, you know, take into horror. And I wanted to hear his commentary over top of the film.
You might still get it.
I'm hoping eventually because I've always said that horror and comedy are so intertwined because they're all about timing. That's why horror and comedy, I think, are so, if you're a good comedian, I think you could write and be a good horror actor because it's just so great. But I would have loved to have seen a physical release of this film. Before you give your number one real quick, babe, thank you so much for your super sticker. It really does mean a lot to us. Seriously. And Sean, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. It really does mean a lot. And since we did get the 2 donations, guys, you know what that means.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
I know I said we got 2 donations, you guys, but obviously, since they were so close together, we're going to do it again.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Thank
I'm
you,
going to
guys.
do an
Thank-
honorable mention now because that's the way
Okay.
my brain works. Pick your version, but the mother from Carrie.
Ooh,
Both versions.
good choice. Oh, I wish I'd have put her on my list. She was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of it, pick, like I said, pick the original, the remake. Wasn't it? It was Julianne Moore in the remake, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Take your pick. They're both fucking atrocious.
Awful people.
All right.
So you want to give us your honorable mentions all the way up to number 1?
Yeah, so my honorable mentions were Shelly from Friday the 13th, Part 3. And then I had Manda Young from Saw 3. Number 10 is Frankie Cheeks. Number 9 is Franklin Hardesty. Number 8 is Harry Cooper from Night of the Living Dead. 7 is Joel in Pumpkinhead. 6 is Judy from Sleepaway Camp. 5 is Samuel from Babadook. 4 is John Strode from The Curse of Michael Myers. 3 is Trent from the Friday the 13th remake. Number 2 is Mrs. Carmody from The Mist. And my number 1 is Margaret White from Carrie. Yeah. So moms, they're supposed to support and love their kids, right? And she is the total opposite. She is like she's a religious person, but like you can't, all the things that she like says she can't do, and she doesn't even know about her period or things like that because it's like
Her dirty pillows.
her dirty
pillows, baby.
She's like, yeah, like she's not allowed to be a woman, or it's ridiculous. She doesn't.
Wait, you're allowed to stop that? We got 2 little girls at home. If I can stop them from becoming women,
You can't stop it, okay?
Oh, okay.
And you can't throw them in a closet and make them read Bible verses.
I'm
Or
not
stare at a
supposed
really
to?
creepy Jesus.
Yeah, or stare at the creepy Jesus. Like she literally like stabs her own child in the back, like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's horrible and a horrible mother. So yeah, my number 1 is Margaret White.
I feel like a
Great.
dick because I kind of stepped on your woman.
I know
and
you
just-
said that. Damn it.
Well, there goes my.
Astrid's about to be like, no one has mentioned mine at all.
Yeah. Well, you had to
I'll take
make
Julianne
you
Moore
wait.
then. I'll take the remake. It's all right.
Piper Laurie from the
Yeah.
OG. Yeah.
Yeah. So bad. So again, guys, we want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for stopping by. This wonderful panel of people. I've seen that some people had said that they subscribed. Thank you guys so much, because these are 2 amazing content creators, and not only because of the content they create and the friends that they are, but the people that they are. Wiliscredia just did an amazing video. Don't be modest, CP.
Shut up, man.
Defending a very, very, very good friend of ours for
Oh.
a very good reason. And when you have, and just genuinely, like watching that video, it was very important. I wanted to make that video, but I don't have the
Patience?
control
Yeah.
and integrity that you do. Mine would have been a bunch of explicits, and you handled yourself very maturely.
I dropped a couple of names. I
thanks.
Yeah, but I was like,
tried.
Dolt.
I think truly, I was like, that's not...
But no, it was amazing the way that you handled that situation. And yeah, Ashton, and also guys, happy birthday to Ashton.
Happy
It's
birthday,
Ashton's birthday today.
Ashton. Thanks for coming and hanging
Yeah.
out with
Thanks
us.
for spending your birthday with us, buddy. It really means a lot to us. I hope you had a great time. Don't do that, buddy. She's way more important than us.
No.
CP's like, no, fuck that. Stay here.
My wife's 3,000 miles away. Fucking who cares? Just
Mine's 3,000 centimeters. 2,000.
I don't have one. I have a cat.
Before we go,
Count yourself lucky.
Dice, can you tell us anything you have coming up on the channel?
Sure. We've been in a little bit of a stall out. I apologize greatly for that. Once again, unplanned. Wow, what a shock. I have finally finished my review and facts videos on Casper and Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. And then after that, I'm hoping to begin the trudge through the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise. I did the first last year, so I've already pretty much finished my reviews and fact video for the second. No facts for the third, but we've got a review for the third, so pray for me. Thank you.
We'll be thinking of you.
Well,
Garbage day.
And Dice is holding my hand through the Reanimator series, so
Yes,
we're up to
I'm
Bride.
exposing the boy.
Yeah. I beg your pardon. I think Emily would like to be around for that first of all.
Oh, I see. All right. I got her blessing. What do you mean?
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Yeah. So
Grammar.
at some point we'll get that stream going too, over on your channel.
Yeah, he's seen Reanimator at least. We're just gonna need to
There
go
we
to
go.
Bride,
Just get
Bride.
and then Beyond, which will be new for both of us.
What
Oh,
about
you haven't
Steve?
seen Beyond?
What do you got coming up on the channel?
I had just released an old content from Emily, which is how cops are useless in film. A lot of people in the comment section just read the title, and yes, I clickbaited it, but she goes on to describe how cops are useless, mostly in horror.
Yeah.
But it's my wife is certainly a much more proficient writer than I am, and it's just edited by me. I think she's extremely talented. It's fun editing her work.
I get it, man.
I have a video. Whenever Cody's ready, we're releasing our top 10. He's got a series where he's doing all the 1980s movies, and he got me involved for 1982. My top 10. If you're a patron or a channel member, it's ready for you to watch. You can watch it right now, but it'll be released sometime soon. And there's a caveat to that because I have a series called 1999 Best Movie Year Ever, which was adapted from a book. And I did 12 episodes covering every month of the year 1999 and had, I think, 26 YouTubers who got to talk about 25. Was it 25?
No,
Yeah.
I was just going, I'm one of them. Hey!
Yeah.
That's
Dice
it.
talked about cartoons.
Hey.
But
I was 5 in '99, sir. God damn.
it didn't have to be from that year. It could have been what the movie meant to you. So if you watch that video or that series, it is a bit of a teaser to me possibly doing another series for another year.
Right.
Also, I stream every now and again.
Right. Well, if you guys are new here at Sledgehammer Horror, today we released our review for The Mean One, which will be out on Friday. So make sure you guys are checking that out. It is a lot of fun. Tomorrow we have our My First Horror Movie episode with Brian Christopher of Rue Morgue and the Daily Dead. And then Friday is our Versus episode of Black Christmas, 2006 versus 1974. So kind of versing these two against each other, what we like better about the remake, what we like better about the original.
The Simpsons?
It's a very fun episode. No, we did not include 2019 because we don't dabble in garbage.
Because
but
is it really even a Black Christmas?
Right. So
Honestly.
we just want to say thank you guys so much for coming. Next week we will be live with who do we have next week live?
What are we doing next week?
Let me look real
Why are
quick.
you
I'm sorry,
asking
guys.
me? You know I don't
Sound
know.
like me.
What
I know.
is next week?
What is it?
That's what I'm
What
trying
is
to figure
today?
out. Next
What is the
week.
year?
Did we skip a week maybe? Oh no, it's the 16th. Next Friday.
It's Cody and
Yep, next Friday, the
Sweet and
16th.
Spooky. Yeah.
We have Cody Leach, Celeste from Sweet and Spooky, and Kylie from Haunted Hippie to count down our top 10 horror films of 2022. So make sure you guys are coming to check that out. We're very excited about that.
Mhm.
And when you watch our Black Christmas, there may be an appearance from a Yellow Billy when we talk about the remake. So make sure you guys check that out. Dice and CP, please don't go anywhere. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody else, as always, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Now we got the awkward 30 seconds.